and welcome to castle number 6. This is Braemar Castle. You may have also noticed we've changed clothes. That's because it's actually tomorrow now. We got to the 5th castle and the day was starting to draw in. We were running out of time, so we decided to go home and start again the next day. So today is a different day, but yeah, we drove all the way back out to Braemar, and this is the castle here, which unfortunately it's shut today, so we can't get inside. But it's still pretty impressive from the outside.
Really, really nice. Definitely up there for top castles.
Yeah, definitely a top castle. I'm glad we made the effort to come all the way back out here, because it's pretty spectacular.
Really nice here.
Yes. Anyway.
So castle number 6.
That's number 6.
I really like it. It's definitely a favourite already.
Yeah, and well, I think we're just about ready to go to castle number 7, are we? Which is, it promises to be a royal affair.
Yep, so shall we do it?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
So guys, some disappointing news there. Much like the car park ticket machines, the castle is out of service. So we're not able to get in, unfortunately. If you do come this time of year, I think it is closed. I think I saw a sign somewhere saying it's like open April to July or something like that. So it's a pretty narrow window when you can get in. On the plus side though, there are other things to do around here if you are visiting. Last time we came here, there's actually a pyramid, Scotland's like only pyramid as far as I know. You can go up a big hill that's behind the castle and go and visit that. I think Queen Victoria had that built for memorial for Albert, yeah. So that's a really good trek if you fancy a trek, and if you want to see a pyramid.
Because we have done that.
Yeah, we have done that in the past. We're not going to do it today though, because it's a really long walk, and B, we don't have time for that. So
we're on to castle number 8.
Yes, we're going to head to castle number 8. So we'll see
get some food
when we get there. Welcome to castle number 8. This is
Fyvie Castle.
You forget for a second.
I was like, where are we? This is a castle.
Yeah, again it seems to be closed. So yeah, that's a shame, but it does have really, really nice gardens. We've just walked through some of them, and yeah, it's a really scenic drive to get here.
It's a lovely castle, unfortunately though it is closed as is everywhere else, but it definitely should be on the list to visit. But enough of that, we've got to now go to the next castle, which will be castle number 9.
Yes, 2 to go. Let's go. Welcome to the 9th castle on this trail, and this is Haddo House, and as you can see, not a castle. So
not even remotely a castle, not close to a castle, nothing that resembles a castle. It's a house. A beautiful house, a manor
beautiful
house.
Yes. The
Stunning.
grounds are lovely. The driveway is ridiculously long, but it's a house and not a castle, and not belonging on this list of castle trails in
Along
Aberdeenshire.
with a few others, so we'll have some points to make later, but I'll be honest, I'm starting to get a bit cross now.
Yes, but we do have one more to go, and this is going to save the day, and I think we're going to get there just before sunset. So yeah,
so.
Hang tight and let's go.
One more, let's do it.
Welcome at last to castle number 10, and this one is
Slains Castle.
Slains Castle, famous for being the inspiration for Dracula's castle. Apparently Bram Stoker stayed here, well not here, but in the village nearby, and saw this and was inspired to be the description of Dracula's castle, I guess. But yeah, this is Slains Castle. Unfortunately, I don't think it's Historic Scotland have it. I think it is privately owned, so it's kind of fallen into ruin and it is a little bit dangerous in places. There's signs saying don't go in, so we're not going to risk life and limb for the video and go in. But I would say back in the day you used to be able to go in, and I have been inside and climbed up the turrets and things like that, so I wouldn't advise doing it now, but it was possible back in the day. But yeah, this is a really good place to end the video anyway, because we started on the coast. This is just a few miles up the coast from Stonehaven where we started, and this is the 10th and final castle, Slains Castle.
Done?
Yeah, done and done. We've done all 10 castles, so we'll go home now, and I think we'll do one closing video just to talk about our experience and what we liked, what we didn't like, what we would do differently. Okay, so let's go home. And we're back home. So, what did you make of it? 10 castles.
It was very full on. It's actually, that is a lot of castles in 2 days. Like, that's really castle heavy, and I love a castle, but there was a lot of castling with the castles. Mm-hmm. Almost too much, because it's overwhelming, because you're so excited, because some of the castles are amazing. Some should not be called castles, and some are deeply underwhelming, that you feel just, yeah.
What was your favourite castle on the list?
Well, I can't remember all the names, but like obviously I loved the Pink Cinderella Castle. But I was also really impressed and quite blown away by, was it Braemar Castle? That was beautiful. That's a proper lady castle. So I really liked that. The first set of ruins was really spectacular. I was not expecting to like that as much as I did. That was lovely. But I think, even though I love a pink castle, I'd say Braemar just topped it for me.
Yeah.
I don't believe Balmoral's a castle because I've not seen it. So until I see it, I can't confirm it's a castle.
Yeah, I agree. My favourite castle, I think, the ruins of Kildrummy Castle. I like that. Again, I think your imagination just kind of goes wild when you see the ruins there. Slains Castle as well. That was a really good ruin, but I think Kildrummy, just because it was better preserved, is really nice. Balmoral we didn't get to see, so I'm afraid that goes. I would say that's 9th on my list. I would put Haddo House 10th because that's not a castle.
It's not a castle, but the toilets were lovely.
Yeah. So.
But everything was shut. Like tea rooms were shut, gift shops were shut, the castles themselves were shut.
It was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a weekday. So.
No, I know, but even that was like, come on.
Well, I won't give them too much of a hard time about that.
No, I'm not deducting points because of it or anything. I'm not that brutal, but
yeah, Haddo House, we didn't. It isn't really
shouldn't
a castle,
have been on the list.
So it shouldn't have been on the list. Balmoral you couldn't get to, so that's probably next bottom. And then I think the least castle-y of the castles was Cogarth.
That eyesore.
It's just basically a house with a wall around it.
But a really bleak, depressing house.
Yeah.
Like seriously, that wouldn't have been out in place in like a Dickens novel. It was so depressing. Looking at it made you sad.
Yeah, so I wouldn't have put that on the list. Thing is, with Aberdeenshire, there is loads of castles around
Beautiful castles.
And so you'd probably make an itinerary of 10 other castles and have just as good a time, and not include any of the ones we've visited. So I would definitely swap out some of the castles. The order we did them in was a bit silly as well. I think it would only really work if you were doing it over multiple days and you were staying in accommodation along the route, because what we did is we got halfway round, came back to Inverurie, obviously stayed the night, and then the next day went back out again, and so there was a lot of driving around back and forwards, to and fro. So I would have done the route in a different kind of, either in a different order or
well, I would have changed it because I don't know who did the list, but they need to sort themselves out and actually visit these places, because I could think of like 10 really nice, actual, authentic castles.
Yeah.
And do it that way.
I would take Balmoral off the list because it's seasonal and you can't get there all year round.
Haddo House, take that off the list.
I'd take Haddo House off the list because it's not a castle, and I would take Cogarth.
Yeah, otherwise known as Bleak House, take that one off the list.
Yeah, because that wasn't much. But the other 7, definitely worth it.
Yeah, and there's like at least 3 other really nice castles roundabout you could go to. And on the way to visit those castles, there's loads of other castles.
Yeah.
Better castles than some.
Yeah. So if you recommend any castles for us to go visit, definitely drop it down in the comments, or if there's anything else you'd like to know. Obviously the way we did it was a bit of a whistle-stop tour, because a lot of the castles we've been to before, the only ones we hadn't been to before was Kildrummy, and that's where we spent a bit more time. We actually bought tickets to go inside.
Lovely. And we hadn't been to Braemar.
We hadn't been to Braemar, unfortunately it was closed, so we couldn't do much
more
more
than what we did. I'd like to go back in and see that.
And obviously Cogarth was closed as well, but I don't think we'd be that fussed about going back.
I can do out that.
So yeah, the ones we hadn't been to before, we did try and spend as much time there as possible. And the ones we had been to before, we obviously didn't go inside. Like Dunatar is well worth going inside, because I was saying to you, I think you've forgotten, but there's like a pit in there that they used to keep a lion
Totally
in,
forgot
which
about
is
that.
really, really cool. Yeah, I'd like to go in Craigie Bar. It doesn't look very big, but I think it'd be worth going inside because it's really nice from the outside.
I really want to go into Braemar. I think that's going to be lovely.
Yeah, Braemar would be lovely. And Crathis, that's great to go there just to explore the gardens. Fyvie as well. I forgot to mention Fyvie.
Yeah.
We didn't really.
That was
we couldn't go in there. I don't know if it's privately owned or anything. There didn't seem
shop.
to be anything that sort of allowed you to go in, but the gardens are stunning, so that's well worth a visit as well.
Definitely visit the castles, because I think we were talking about it's really important, especially like the ones that are protected and looked after by like the Historic Scotland and National Trust. Yeah, it is expensive to pay to go in, but they do really good work like preserving the castles and looking after them, because realistically that's not going to be easy or cheap. So I think it's really, really good if you can like to go in and pay for it and support them, because it's something I think we should look after, and they're so beautiful.
Yeah. So yeah, I would prioritise going to see Slains before it falls down,
Yeah.
because unfortunately it doesn't look like there's any preservation going on there, and it's noticeably less intact than last time we were there a number of years ago.
It literally is just falling down.
Yeah, as you can see from the videos, it's right on the edge of the cliff, so one day it's just going to collapse into the sea.
Stay clear, but go and see it before it is completely, because it's sort of even worrying when you look at it, because there's nothing supporting it in any way.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like if I've just even like an overweight pigeon sat on some of the bits, it would just crumble.
Yeah, and there were a lot of birds.
Yeah,
so.
but it was nice, and you can sort of visualise what it must have been like, because it's huge, but there's no care there at all, or preservation or anything really.
So that was a good trip anyway. Two full days of castle hunting. I think it's fair to say we definitely
castled the castle out of it.
Definitely stormed the barricades and breached the walls, and
it's full on.
Yeah,
it is exhausting. No wonder, like, you know, I'm so tired.
Yeah,
but I think we'll do another one. Not right now, but like proper. We'll do our own proper castle trail. The thing is, like with Haddo House and stuff, there's loads of manor houses and country estates that there's really no reason to try and tar them all together like castles. Like, have a separate trail for those.
Yeah, I think you could probably do a list of 10 country estates to go visit in Aberdeenshire. So yeah, that could be a separate list. But if you've got any castles you recommend us going to see, then let us know. Or if you'd like any of the castles that we saw and you'd like to see them in more detail, we can always go back, can't we?
Yeah, definitely.
I'd love to go back.
There's a couple that I'd really like to go back and look at.
So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more of these kind of adventures. And we'll
see you next time.
Well, bye-bye.